Today we have discussed few points. That points we have made a note also. That points was very clear. It says like whenever we are going to work on web application, web technology, we have to understand their end to end. We have gone through some very bottom level. We discussed few points. While discussing few points, there was something. A person who will work on HTML web technology, they will have idea on HTML. So HTML says like it has list of tags. HTML have list of tags. HTML have list of tags. Now those tags are for what purpose? Those tags are going to help you. Those tags are going to help you to design a page. Now while implementing those HTML tags, we find many differences. What differences were there? We have written here. When we see the tags, yes, something will be within open close, within open angle bracket, close angle bracket with slash, it will be called as a close. Without that, it will be called as a open. When we come down little, we found, yes, this HTML tags will be of two types. Based on we have discussed on internet, yes, what we face what we face in day-to-day life experience. Same way we have written it. And after that, we understood, okay, the HTML tags will be of two type, input and output. Using input tag, we take the input from user. Using output tag, we display the output to user. Another thing we saw, yes, input output is there, but again, will be any difference in the behavior of the HTML tags? Then we come to know, yes, there is a behavior also. The tag will be open and closed. That will be called as a dependent tag. The tag will be only open. It will be called as an independent tag. Again, the tag who will be only open without any slash, then some technology will get failed. We have to apply the slash in the last. Then it will become as a self-closing. You can see here we have added slash in the last. It becomes a self-closing. Now, two more point was there to discuss. That is the last two. Responsive design point of view. When we discuss, yes, how to make a page that will be suitable in the laptop also, and that will work properly in the mobile also, right? So in that case, another term will come in mind from the HTML, that is called a block level tag and inline tag. Block level tag and inline tag. Then what is the block level tag? Block level tags are those tags. Block level tags are those tags that will print in the new line. You can write here a single line. Block label tags are those tags. Block level tags are those tags that print in new line by default. That print in the new line by default. Block level tags are those tags that print in a new line by default. We are going to discuss on that. What is that and how that look. Inline tag also you write a single line example. Inline tags are those tags. Tags are those tags that print in same line. Print in same line. Okay. Print in same line. Next, after that, I will write here another point. According to a screen width, block level tag we have to convert into into inline, and again in a line tag we have to convert into block. Block level tag convert into inline, and inline tag convert into block according to screen width. Okay, and that word will be called as a responsive web design. That word will be called as a responsive web design. Okay, that word will be called as a responsive web design. Right. So hope my sound is coming properly. Anyone can say in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Sound is clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So now we are going to implement through the examples. We are going to implement this entire theory, 6-line theory we have written through example. We are going to implement. Okay, we are going to implement this 6 lines through example. So what we have written since yesterday and today, I will count you on the finger saying like HTML has tags. These tags are divided into 2 types. HTML have the tags. These tags are divided into 2 types. One is called input tag, another one is called output tag. Input tag and output tag. Now input tag used to take the input, output tag used to display the output. That's the 2 points, input tag and output tag. Second, we have behavior. Inside you found the block level tag. Those tags, block level tag, those tags that has open and close. Inline tag, those tags that has only open. Next we found block level, dependent tag. Dependent tag is open and close, and independent tag is only open. Some mix up happen. Dependent tags are those tags that is open and close, and independent tags are those tags that is only open. Next we have block level tag. Block level tags are those tags that print the statement in the new line, and inline tags are those tags that print the statement in the same line. Right, for that just one line we wrote here. In case if you want to create a responsive page, your page should work in all the devices. Then you have to understand the user requirement, and you have to design the page in such a way, if required block to inline we have to convert, and if required inline to block we have to convert. Okay, that is the overall. Now you will write below the few points that is the important. Okay, because we are going to follow the examples now. So what is that? We can say here, what are file extension of HTML document? What are the file extension of HTML document? What are the file extension of HTML document? Suppose you are creating HTML file, what will be the file extension? Right, what will be the file extension if you are creating a HTML file? So definitely we can write here answer. There is a 2 option. Option number 1, you can write file name .html ml, and another option you have file name can be anything, file name .htm. Il is optional. I'll write here the L is optional. L is optional. Okay. Now compared to HTML and HTM, .html is more Google SEO friendly. Google SEO friendly. What is the SEO friendly? SEO friendly. SEO is nothing but search engine optimization. It's called as a digital marketing. It's a part of the digital marketing where the people promote the website, people market the website. Okay, so if your file is ending with .html, Google will give little higher priority. Google understand, like Google have the multiple type of algorithm. Even algorithm keep changes always. Google believe like if the file extension is HTML, then it is the static and it will be reliable and it will be always for long term it will be same. And they give little higher priority and that feel like SEO friendly overall. Okay, so let's create a file. So how many of you are following the system today? Can you let me know in the chat? Are you using the laptop, mobile, or desktop? What you are following? Or you are using the both mobile or a system or both? Just you can let me know in the chat. System. Okay, cool. Mhm. Try preferring more system. Okay, no, you are logging in the laptop, sorry, login in the mobile, that is okay, but use the system also. From tomorrow onwards, guarantee of use the system. Today let me guide you, whoever are using the laptop, you follow me one example, you don't need to follow. Okay, I will write it, just to see that really 6 point we have written same or not. Okay, that one. After that, I will guide you folder creation, anyhow, everyone know file folder creation. But since the part of the process, some people may be triple E, EC, or not much aware of the system. So for them also it should be helpful. So usually I will be starting from the very zero level only. Okay. So let me guide you. I will write an example 1.html file, example 1.html file. Okay. So let me go here, and even I suggested you yesterday, you will create a HTML file. No, sorry, you will use the Notepad++ editor, right? So this example, let me create randomly for you. Just you go through that, you understand that 5-6 points. And after that, we'll create example number 2 together. Okay, folder, file and all, I will guide you, okay? So let me go here. I will create a new file and I'll give the file name. Okay, just I am saving the file simply example1.html. Okay, example1.html. In this file, see, as a developer, if you want to collect the knowledge, each and every line is filled with the knowledge. Okay? Each and every line have a meaning. Okay, each and every word have a meaning. Okay, so let's go ahead. I will start from here. HTML file. Whenever you run any page on internet, whenever you are running any page in the web browser, okay, if it is a Java file also, PHP file also, Node.js file also, any other extension also, if your page is going to run directly in the browser, then the file must have the HTML tag. Okay, I will guide you next why it should have HTML tag. Suppose we discuss HTML tag, start from here. I will use here HTML tag. Okay, let's see now. HTML open, HTML close. Right, you saw that. So what is called? It's called a dependent tag. We have discussed today, yesterday also, dependent tag. Those tag that open and close separate is called a which one? Dependent tag. Hope you will not forget it. Dependent tags are those tags that will open and close. Open separate as well as close separate. Next, after that, next line is there is so many story behind this HTML. Okay, so suppose first point is clear for you. If the tag is open and close, is called a dependent. Second point, where HTML start and where HTML end. So from a start to end, it's called a document. What is called? It's called a document. Anyhow, it's getting recorded also. So HTML start to HTML end is called as a document, right? And along with that HTML tag that we have opened and we close, it's called a dependent tag. Now come inside the document. This document will break into two sections. This document will be break into two sections. What are those? This document will break into two sections. One is called head, and another one is called body. Head and body. So you can see head is also open close, body is also open close, right? Head is also open close and body is also open. In fact, HTML is also open close. So HTML open in the beginning, close in the beginning. So it's become as a main container. So where HTML start, where HTML end, it's called as a document in the term of JavaScript. And the document will split into two parts. One is called head, another one is called body. Head and body. Now, what is the use of the head? What is the use of the body? We are going to discuss that. But till here, you are 100% sure, yes, if the tag is open and closed, really it's called a dependent tag. Okay. Now, after that, coming to the next, I will not write anything here as of now. First, we'll go to the developer guide and we will write a question called what is the structure of HTML document? You have written one question, what is the file extension of HTML file? So you have written .html is also fine, .htm is also fine, L is optional, no problem, both will work. Now next question is going to come in front of you, that is called what is the document structure of a HTML file, how that look like. So you can see head and body, HTML document divided into two parts, head as well as body. So we'll go to the developer guide, we'll make a small note and then we'll come back and implement remaining. So hope you are writing somewhere. Let me go now here. I will write the next question. What is the structure of HTML document? Okay, so since as of now you have not included CSS, you have not included JavaScript, but we will understand, yes, where we can write the JavaScript and where we can write the CSS and where we can write what. Okay. So question came in front of you, right? What is the document structure of, what is the structure of HTML document? Okay, so let's write here. You can write the first line, HTML start to HTML end is called document. HTML start to HTML end is called a document. Don't forget, okay? Is important. Now also in JavaScript, also in jQuery, also in React Angular, everywhere. Okay. Now this document is going to break into two parts. One is called head and another one is called body. Head and body. You have written example one file, we have written head and body. See, usually in the beginning, when you are out of the track, once you are not in the completely mode of the web technology, you are not able to write the code. I don't have anything that I can run very fast and I can confuse the people and just come out from the loop. My formula is, in case if you require 5 minutes, 5 hours more, I am ready to spend. But 1 hour, 1.5 hours you are spending, that 1 hour, 1.5 hours should be meaningful. Okay, it should not feel like 1.5 hours I spent nothing I understood. So at least in 10-15 minutes we understood, okay, HTML file once I'll create, file extension must be .html also and HTML also. Now next we understood, okay, when sorry, this is spelling is wrong, HTRT. Next we understood HTML document will be, HTML tag will start, HTML tag will end, and it will have two sections, head and body. Now what will happen under the head? Let's write it, okay. Head will have the first section that will be called as a marketing section. Marketing section. From there, you are going to promote your page. From there, you are going to promote your page. From there, you are going to do the digital marketing. From there, you are going to do many more things. Okay, that is called as a marketing section. So here, marketing section, what I should write inside? Digital marketing. Digital marketing. Digital marketing. Okay, it's called as search engine optimization, ACO, ACM, multiple 9 to 20 types of way are there where the people promote their page, do the marketing, and they make the page popular in the Google search. Okay. Now another part what we have, that is called library section. Library section. Library section. What is this library section? From the day before yesterday, you are listening, we will use the CSS, we'll use the Bootstrap, we'll use the JavaScript, we use the React, jQuery and all, right? So we have this JavaScript, jQuery, you can say CSS, where you are going to call that, right? Where you are going to link. One side will be HTML, another side will be CSS. So where to link that? So definitely head is the place in HTML file. Head is the place where you are going to link with the CSS. You are going to link with the Bootstrap. You are going to link with the other API. You are going to link with the Google search. You are going to link with the YouTube, Yahoo, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. All the linking are going to happen from the head section only. Okay. So in that developer point of view, if you look, you will find you have to use the CSS, you have to use the JavaScript. Those things will come under the head section only. Okay, so I can say in library we will have two types. One is called CSS library, and another one will be as a JavaScript library. In fact, JavaScript also. Not only JavaScript library, JavaScript also, right? So you got some idea here. Now, HTML document says like, I will be dividing into two parts, head and body. Under the head, all the analytics work, as well as all the library, as well as digital marketing part will come. And under body, what we are going to do. So keep in mind, till date, whichever the website you have seen, whatever the content you have seen, whichever the website you have browsed, very good look and feel, register, login, update here, there, you played the game online, right? Those everything come under the body only. Body is the main container where entire content we are going to publish and going to display to the user. So I will write here all the HTML tags plus contents. HTML tags plus contents. Under the content, what can be? It can be text, it can be image, it can be audio, it can be audio, it can be video, it can be number, right? Or it can be anything, animation. That all are come under where? Contents. So body is the place that is going to represent to the user. Body is the place that is going to display to the user. So this is called HTML basic structure of document, where head and body, what is the functionality of head and what is the functionality of body. Now we will come to the again example one file, and we will write something and we will run the page and we'll understand, yes, really is like that. Okay, hope you are writing. You can write it slowly. Notes is important, because see, knowledge is like the volatile memory. It will come from left and fly to the right. It will not capture, it will not be stored with you. So if you want to store it, you must have to practice behind that. You must have to force the knowledge, you be with me, don't go outside. So what is that? We have to practice, we have to read, we have to write, we have to follow that, we have to revise that. That is called as a requesting to knowledge. Please don't go outside, be with me. Okay, so once suppose content is coming to you, just make a note anywhere you can write, notebook, desktop, sorry, laptop, wherever you are suitable, you write it. It's a help for you. Next, after that, moving on next part, what we have. Now I will come to that example file, example 1.html, and there we are going to understand. There we are going to understand the remaining level. Okay, the remaining level. What is the remaining level? Implementation of the tags. So hope you have written this. Now I came to the example 1. In example 1 file, head is not useful now. We will start using the head once we come under the CSS and JavaScript and remaining mode. HTML body is useful for us now. So we will be writing the HTML body. In fact, we will ignore the head tag for some example for some days. Once we come under the CSS, then we'll start using the head tag. Now you can ask HTML, why we have started only from HTML? Why not something else? The first line we have written is a HTML. So why we are starting directly from the HTML? Why can't something else? That can be a question. So the answer for that is you are trying to inform in the first line. When you will run this page in the browser, when the compiler will start reading your code, you are trying to inform to the compiler in the first line saying like, hi compiler, the code you are going to execute, it belongs to where? HTML. You are informing to the compiler, you are informing to your browser saying like the code what you are going to face, that belong to where? HTML. So the compiler will understand, oh, the next code is HTML. So they will understand, and then the way of parsing will be in HTML code. Execution will be fast. Many times people ask why we write HTML only, why not something else? What is the meaning of starting the HTML? So that overall number one is called a document, where we start HTML, where we end the HTML. Number two, we are informing to the browser saying like, browser, this document belong to where? HTML. Please you change the way of compilation into the HTML mode. Further, you are going to find some HTML tags. So the compiler will change the way of parsing into HTML mode, and page execution will be fast. Okay, if you will not write HTML head directly, if you write HTML tag, it will work. But the document structure will be unstructured document. The JavaScript will face the problem. Digital marketing, once you do it, will get fail. Your browser will face the problem. Browser will take long time to execute. Now, because of that, in the beginning only we have written, yes, this file belong to where? This file belong to HTML. Let's come inside. So hope HTML open to close, dependent, head is also dependent, body is also dependent. Now I will be writing here few tags, example H1, call heading 1. You also have seen on internet everywhere H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. What is the use of that? We are going to discuss. Where we should not use that. In one page, how many times we should use? What is the actual use? Where we are facing in now also. When you open any website, where you will see the H1 in the website. Any website you go, everywhere H1 will be there. Okay. So let me write it. H1 open close. Let me write here. Again, H2 also open close. I will keep here call heading 2. H3 I will open close. Call heading 3. H1 open close, H2 open close, H3 open close. Now let it be this 3 as of now. Run this file and understand what is their behavior. So while writing the code, you understood here H1 is HTML open close is called as a dependent. Head is open close called dependent tag. Body is open close called as a dependent tag. H1 is also open close, H2 is also open close, H3 also. In fact, all the tags in this file are open close. All the tags in these files are open and close. That represent, if the tag is open and closed, that represent as a dependent. But once we run the page in the browser, then we'll come to know if it is print in the same line, then it is inline. If it is printing in the new line, then it's called as a block. Let me run this page now and see what is going to happen. So I went here in the browser, view current file in where Chrome. Right? You can see here heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. Heading 1 will be the larger, always. Heading 1 will be the big size. Heading 2 will be the smaller than H2. H3 will be the smaller than H3. Right? Okay. Now, see, you can see H1 is printing in one line and heading 2 is printing in the new line. Heading 3 also printing in the new line. Our theory says if the tag will print the statement in the new line, it is called a block level tag. If the tag print the statement in the new line, it's called a block level tag, right? You can see here, all are printing in the new line, it's called a block level tag. So what we understood, yes, if the tag is open close, then it's called a dependent. And once we run the page in the browser, if it is the printing in the new line, then definitely it's called a block level. So you can see here, it's a printing in the new line, it's called a block level. So hope now two concept is clear for you. If the tag is open and closed, definitely you can say the dependent, and if the tag will print in the new line, it will be called a block or inline, right? If the tag will print in the new line, it's called a block. If the tag will print H1 also here and H2 will come in the same line, then it's called a inline, right or not? So two point is clear. Dependent and block. Dependent and block. Dependent meaning is what? Open and close. Block meaning is what? Print in the new line. Yes, no should come in chat as well. So we'll come to know you are present. Okay, so tag is open and close. It is the very simple fundamental that you are seeing from the first from yesterday we are discussing. If the tag is open close, then it's called a dependent. And once you run it, if the output is coming in the new line, then it's called a block level. Right? So like this in HTML, how many tags are there? So even I don't remember how many tags are there because always every week some new tags will come. Every week the new property will keep added. Okay, so it's kind of a, we have to implement, we have to learn, we have to implement, we have to learn, implement. Okay, so it is keep on going process. But the 6 point what you are learning, dependent, independent, block and inline, it is remains same in HTML4 also, HTML5 also. Why? Because the rule regulation 6 points what we have written, it is come from the HTML parents, that is called SGML, standardized generalized markup language. From there this rule regulation has come. Okay, let me go ahead next. Next, you can see in the browser, you can see in my browser, you can see here, this is input tag or output tag. What is showing? Is it asking any kind of input or it is displaying any output? What is that? Is it input or output? You can see directly it is not input, it is as a output. It is displaying as a output. So it's not belong to input tag, it's belong to where? It's belong to output tag. Okay, so overall 3 point is clear for you. Number one, it is displaying the output. It is displaying the output, so it's become the output tag. Number two, it is printing the new line, so it's become a block level tag. Number three, If you look into the code, there is a open and close. That becomes a what? Dependent tag. Now 2-3 more points are there. Within few tags it will get clear, and whichever the tags you have, all are going to follow the same regulation. Let me write here. Okay. Now this example I told in the beginning also, I'm creating, just adding the tag as a randomly, just to make you reach somewhere. Okay, to convince you something. Yes, what is that and how that works. Let me go here. Let me write another tag, label. Label. Okay, label. Okay, I'll keep inside call price rupees 5,000. Okay, one place I wrote. Okay. Next, let me write another label tag to understand the quantity colon 100. Okay. Another bold tag I will write here, where I'll write out of in stock. In stock. Now in these 3 lines also you can see label. What is that? How that work? We are going to discuss on that. We'll make a note. But you can see label is open, label is closed. One more label is open and closed. One more B tag is open and closed. All 3 places I have written the different statement, so that we'll understand easily, yes, where it is going and how it is printing. Okay. So now let me come to the browser, and let's see how this is going to show. Label where it is going to come, bold where it's going to come, and how it's going to print. So you can see in this page all tags are open close, means everything is dependent. Label is also dependent. Bold is, B tag is also dependent. But what is their behavior? Once we come in the browser, then we'll come to know whether it is going to print in the same line or it is going to print in the new line. Let me go to the browser and show you. Can you see that? Price 500, quantity 100, and then in stock. So what you can say? Is college inline or block? Right? What you can say? Inline or block? Everyone should be interactive. It's college inline. Definitely it's college inline. You can see it's a printing in the same line. These 3 are going to the new line. It's called a block. These 3 are coming in the same line. It's called a line. Right? Next, after that, let me go to the new line. Next line. Okay. I will write here another one called enter mobile number. Input type equal to text. Sorry, input type equal to number. This example I'm writing randomly to understand that 6 points. Input type equal to number. Let me write one more. Enter your name. Enter your name. So input type equal to text. Input type equal to text. Now we will save this file. We will save this file and we will understand. Before running the example, even we have discussed, if the tag is open and closed, then it's called a dependent that you have here. If the tag is open and slash is in the last, then it's called the independent, and along with that it's called a self-closing tag. So you can see here I have written input type equal to number, input type equal to text, and the slash is available in the both. So it is called a independent as well as it's called a self-closing tag. Independent as well as self-closing tag. Okay. Now after writing this, I'll come to the browser and we'll understand While writing the code, we understood, yes, it's called as a inline. It's called as a independent. While writing the code, we understood, yes, it's called as a independent, whereas these all are called as a dependent. But once we come to the browser, then we will see, number one, it is printing in the same line or it is going to the new line. And number two, it is for input purpose or it is for output purpose. Then entire fundamental will be clear automatically. Let me go here and show you. Okay, you can see all are coming in one line. All are coming in one line. So this two also become as a text box, the number data type as well as text data type. The input field we have created, it is asking us to enter something. It is asking us to enter something, right? We are able to enter here. So this becomes a input tag. This becomes a input tag. Through that, you are collecting the information from user. This in stock, quantity, this all become as a output tag. Through that, you are displaying some information to user. Okay. And another thing you saw, since all are printing in the same line, so it's become as a inline. When you look into the code, you saw there is not separate closing. So it's become as a what? Independent. So now, how many points is clear? Let me count from beginning. When I come here in the browser, we saw some tags are output tag and some tags are input tag. Via output tag, you are displaying the output to the user, and via input tag, you are asking the input from user, correct? So total overall HTML tag divided into two parts, input as well as output. This is becoming a input, this becoming a output. Next, after that, we discuss if my tag will print the statement in the same line, then it's called as a inline. You can see here, these all are printing in the same line, become the inline tag. If my tag will print in the new line, then it's called as a block. You can see these three are printing in the new line, that becomes a block. Next, after that, when you look into the code, you will come to know H1 to H1, H2, H3, H4, even H5, H6, label, bold, right? These all are called as dependent. It has open and close, but at the same time, you can see type equal to number, type equal to text. It is called as independent. It has just open, and for closing purpose, there is a self closing. So hope this 5-6 point is clear for you. You can count in the finger again. Input tags are those tags where we collect the input. Output tags are those tags where we display the output. Now dependent tags are those tags that is open close. Independent tags are those close that is only open. If the tag will print in the new line, then it's called as a block. If the tag will print in the same line, then it's called as a inline. Correct? Main fundamental 5-6 points are main fundamental of HTML. From here onwards, not only this example or coming example, from internet also you open any page, right click view source, you will come to know tag are open close, open close, open close. If the tag is only open, then it's called as a independent. If the tag is open and closed, then it's called as a dependent. If output will come in the same line, it's called as a inline, and output will go to the new line, it's called as a block. Fundamental, simple fundamental. If the tag is asking the input, then it's called the input tag. If the tag is displaying the output, it becomes the output tag. Entire main concept of HTML. Next, after this, you have to remember which tag is for what purpose. Okay, which tag is for what purpose, right? So let me go ahead next and come to the developer guide. Okay, so in that, hope this 5-6 point what we have written, it is clear for you. I have counted you also on the finger, and you saw also. You saw also. Example 2 file we are going to leave now. One file we will be working on example 2, example 3, where everyone is going to follow me if you are using the system today. Okay, so let's go ahead. And if you have the laptop, you are using the system, do the right click and create a new folder. Anywhere, D drive, C drive, F drive, desktop, anywhere. Is it just like is a normal files? You can create anywhere lightweight file. Okay. So right click and select a port called new, and there you will have option called folder. Now give the folder name called HTML. HTML. Give the folder name called HTML. HTML. So all the examples of HTML will go to the HTML folder. Upcoming all the example of CSS will go to the CSS folder. Upcoming all the example of JavaScript will go to the JavaScript folder. So the content will be organized systematically in the folder so that further whenever you want to have a look, you can have a look easily and you can get it easily. Okay, so HTML folder is ready. Now if you have installed the Notepad++, you will follow me. You go to your system, search the Notepad++, open that. Search the Notepad++ and open that. Hold on. Hello. Okay, next after that, open the editor and after that, create a new file. Inside the file, write something, ABCD, anything you write, no problem. ABCD. After that, save this file. After that, save this file. You can go to the file option. You have the save option. Do the save of that. And you save under that folder. Which folder? HTML folder. You have created a folder to the HTML. Save under the HTML folder and give the file name. Give the file name called example 2.html. You have to write manually. Don't click on save button directly. Okay, don't click on save button directly. Give the file name. Give the file name. Example 2.html. Save it. So example 2.html file is ready somewhere. Next, after that, delete everything from this file. Delete everything from this file. And we have to write the HTML code now. Okay. We have to write the HTML code now. So what problem will come when we are writing the HTML code manually? Okay, when we are writing the HTML code manually, sometime we will open the tag, we'll forget to close. Sometime we will close extra tag. Like those track will not be there. Okay, that track will not be there. So whether tag is open or not, tag is closed or not, or tag got closed directly without open. How is that, right? So in that case, some settings is required. So go to the Notepad++ setting option. You can see on the top we have the settings. Under the settings, there is an option called preferences. Preferences. In the settings, we have option called preferences. Click on preferences. Right? Click on preferences. In the setting, you have option called preferences. Click on that. Come to the auto completion. Auto completion in the left hand side. and select these 6 checkboxes. First to click on auto completion, and after that select these 6 checkboxes. That is for the purpose of when you open the tag, automatically close will happen. That is for the purpose of when you open the tag, automatically close will happen. We don't have to close manually. Okay, for that purpose, we created that. We just made the settings. Now you will see when we open the tag, automatically close will happen. We are going to do the same. So now close it. After doing the settings, auto completion, select the checkboxes and close it. Now come to this file and you will type in this way. Suppose I click on left less than symbol, HTML will type greater than. Once you type, automatically close will happen. Hope you can see this. Let me write again. I went here and I wrote HTML, and as soon as I'll press the greater than, you can see closing will happen. You can try this way. Go under the HTML and follow the body as of now. Head is not required. Head we need from the CSS words. So open the body tag and close the body tag as well. Open the body tag and close the body tag as well. Okay, so hope open and close is done. Next, after that, inside the body, you write here H1 heading 1, H2 heading 2. This will go for H6. Okay, H3 heading 3. Heading 3. H4 heading 4. H5 heading 5. Till where? Not much, only till H6 heading 6. Right? So where to where? H1 to H6. Not much, only H1 to H6. These all are the predefined tags. This is called predefined tags. This is called predefined tag. Now this predefined tag is going to help you for multiple purposes. Where what is the use of H1 to H6? Let's implement it. Now after writing this, how to run again? You can let me know once how many of you are trying, how many of you are writing. Okay, 3 people are writing. Cool. See, today in case system is not there, plus if not arranged properly, no problem. You can manage it today. But from tomorrow, what to do? Try. Okay, try using the system. These all are the basic understanding. We are just going through the how to create the file, how to save the file. Because to be a developer, we are going to work in the market. Market is not going to pay the salary based on lectural knowledge. Market is going to pay the knowledge money based on your implementation. If you are able to solve a problem, if you are able to take the problem and convert into solution, then only market is going to pay the salary. Else, right? Let's go ahead. I will run the file now. How to run it? Okay, writing is the best way. My all the classes, whichever the classes we have, everybody, not 99, 100% people will write the code with me. Yes, first 1 week, you are going to follow me. I will write, you will also write. If you face the problem, I'll guide you. After some days, I will start giving the assignment. That meaning some knowledge will transfer to you. From that knowledge, you will do the assignment homework. Problem will come, will guide you, no problem again. Again, slowly, the assignment what you are going to do, it will start converting into little complex. Like you started from the zero level, slowly you are moving up. Means knowledge was at the central place. Now from central place, it's got spread within the people, and people are started giving the output. Okay. Assignments are in different way. Sometime in the beginning, I'll give you the photo with explanation. After some days, once you become little more, but this one, then we'll give you some, I'll design the photo on the spot based on the topic, and you have to do that. After some days, I'll explain you, I'll give you some docs file. You need to read that, you need to do that. That only market is expecting from you. Okay, so right, it's important. Let me run this file now, how to run it. So we'll go to the, you can see in your editor, Notepad++, or maybe if you are using other editor, after writing the file, save the file, go to the view menu. This is under the Notepad++, under the view menu, there is option called view current file in Chrome, Mozilla, whichever the browser you have, you can select that. So suppose I go to the view menu. Under the view menu, we found the option view current file in, where you have Mozilla in your system, Firefox, select that. If you have a Chrome, select that. If you are using iEdge, select that. If you are using the IE, select that. Whichever you have in the system, just select that. Your page will come in the browser, but make sure you should save the file first. The code should not be unsaved. Code must be saved code. Okay. Okay, now you can see the page is coming in the browser. One way, this is the one way where you can run it. From the view menu, you have option called view current file in, select the Firefox, Chrome and all will work. Other option, in case if you are using other editor, go to your HTML folder, you have example2 file, just double click on that. Go to your folder. Which folder? HTML folder. You have example2 file over there, or wherever you have saved the file, just go there, double click on that. Automatically it will open in some browser. Now what will be the browser, that depend on your system setting, but any browser should be there. Whichever the browser will be default browser, there the page will open easily. Whichever will be the default browser, there the page will get open easily, automatically. Double click here, the page will get open in the browser. I need to select here Chrome, then it will come for me in the Chrome. See, loading. Now we have to write the notes. What is the use of H1 to H6? Where to use, where not to use. If you are using, then how many times you should use in one page? Okay, those main formula, main theory, we have to make a note somewhere. So hope you wrote it. Let me know for how many people it is running. Anyone is able to run the page? Okay. Yes. 5 people are able to run the page full. Go ahead now. If you are able to run, very good. First, second example, most of the people will not try. You tried very good. No problem at all. Knowledge transfer will happen not in one shot, one by one, one by one, one by one. Okay. Let's come to the developer guide. In developer guide, what about color? Color, you leave it. Leave the color combination. Okay. For color combination, we have entire CSS. For color combination, for responsive design, we have entire CSS that we will be using. Okay. Color combination, ignore that. Okay. Come to the next in developer guide. In developer guide, right here, H1 to H6. HTML will help you to design a structure. CSS will help you to apply the look and feel. Like suppose if we take the example of car, bus, truck. Take the example of any car in the market. From outside, how beautiful it look. Multiple type of color combination, so many things, automated gate, this, that, so many things will be there. If you think behind the car, where this entire structure, where this entire look and feels are, you can say applied, you will come to know there is a body inside. Right? You will see inside there is a body, car body. That is a complete metal material. On that only entire gate, entire wheel, entire brake, entire light, entire different type of designs are applied. So your HTML is just like a body of your car, main metal material. After some time CSS will come, CSS will change the look and feel. After some time JavaScript will come, JavaScript will make your HTML as a functional. Okay, only HTML cannot do anything. HTML says like, yes, I can make your body ready. Your car body is ready. Now to change the look and feel, you have to do the painting here. That's come from where? CSS. Now painting is ready, car is ready, but functionality is not there. JavaScript will come. JavaScript will come. Java will say, I'll make your gate automatic. That meaning JavaScript will make your HTML functional. So there is the steps. Everything cannot be done by one technology. Yes, something for manageable. You can create a body, you can start the car, it will work, but it will not be such better look and feel. It will not give wow kind of impression. So for that, something else is required. Okay. So each technology have their own role, responsibility, their own feature. Once you combine all together, then only final product will come out. Okay. Right. H1 to H6. H1 to H6. Okay, H1 to H6. It is called heading tags. H1 to H6 is called a heading tag. Okay, heading tag. What is the meaning of the heading tag? It used to create headline of the web page. Headline of web page. For example, if you open any register page in the beginning, register will be written. If you open the login page in the beginning, login will be written. If you open any kind of, maybe if you open any kind of about us page, company about us page, in beginning it will be written called as a about us. If you open any contact us page, in beginning very big font size will be written called contact us. If you open the product page, the heading will be written called as a product page. If you open services page, headline will be written called as a services page. Now HTML says I have a tag that start from H1 is the biggest one. I have another tag that's called H6, a smallest one. Now, how bigger heading you want to create? You want the heading should be such a big, then follow the H1, no problem. You can see here in this file, here H1 is coming. How much? Big font size. So HTML says like, we have H1 to H6. Now, how bigger heading you want to display in your page? Our services should be written medium or large or very small. How bigger? You have to decide. H1 means very big, H6 means very small. That only we have written here. H1 to H6 called as a heading tag, and it used to create the headline of the web page. Next line of the right. H1 is required in every page, minimum and maximum, one time, not many times. Okay, H1 is required in every pages, minimum and maximum how many times? One time only. You should not use H1 10 times in one page. It is against digital marketing rule. H1 should not be more than even one time. H1 is compulsory in every page display H1 one time. Then you will say H1 will come very big size, but my requirement is small. No problem. Let it be H1 only, and with the help of CSS, change the font size. H1, let it be H1 only. Use the H1. Then you will say that font size become very big. That I don't want. I want a small font size. No problem. Let it be H1. Use the CSS and change the font size of H1. Why? Because when your page will go for marketing, when your page will go for the auditing, what auditing? SEO auditing. SEO, digital marketing team will be audit your website. They'll say what are the errors, what are the policies you are not following, what are the policies are overruled, everything they will check, and at that time they will guide you saying like H1 should not be multiple times, because in one page heading will be how many bigger? One heading should be only one time. Similar heading, similar font size should not repeat. Customer will get confused. Okay, that is the use of which one? H1 to H6. Next you can write, sorry, that is the use of H1. Every page H1 is required one time. H2 to H6, no such rules. There is no any such rules for H2 to H6 saying like it should be one time, or it should be 5 times, or it should be 10 times. You can use n number of times, is your wish. Okay, just write it. Okay, come to this file called example 2. Under the example 2 only we can write one more tag. Under the example 2 we will write one more tag. That will be called H6 or H6 or what? Okay, let's count. What are the things we remember today? We remember today, yes, inside HTML, block level element, those 6 lines what we discussed yesterday along, those all clear for you. File extension we are going to create. File extension, you will be writing .html. .html is also fine, that will also work. Next, .html is more SEO friendly, that we have to use every time. Because someone will come and wait. Next, after that, when we created a example there, we understood when we are writing the HTML file, what should be the structure of that. Then we discuss, yes, all the HTML file must start from the HTML and end by HTML. Then document structure came in mind. What should be the document structure? Then we saw, okay, HTML start will happen, HTML end will happen. In between, there will be two main elements, head and body. Head will open close, body will also open close. For head, what is the specification we wrote here? What we are going to use of that? For body, what we are going to use? We have written here. Next, you implemented the tag H1. That's called as a heading tag. It's called as a heading tag that is going to help you to create the headline of your page. Whichever the page you create, as per the digital marketing rule regulation, if you want to promote your page in the Google search, you want your page should come in Google search, you have to follow the rule regulation. And in that it says every page H1 is required. Why? Because H1 look little big font size. Whenever someone will open the page, they will read the line in the big font size. They will understand, oh, this page is for this purpose. User will not spend a lot of time to understand, and finally they will close the page. So in one eyes, users should understand this page is for what purpose. That's called user experience. Okay. So for that, we have to use H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, whereas H1 is compulsory in every page. Okay. So till here, hope you are clear. Whoever are not following the system today, try arranging. You are in home now. You can take your family member, anyone's system, and sit on that. Till date, you have the free classes. At least learn something. Once the info campus people will ask you for the registration and all, then you can decide. By then, opportunity, don't miss it. At least learn something from HTML. So, okay. You should be able to create. You should be able to run the file. You should be able to do everything. Okay. So we will see you again tomorrow, 5 o'clock. 5 to 6:30 we'll sit and we'll understand again next level. Okay, so for today, let it be here.